Today I've come to one of my locals armed with my trusty trail bike to give it an absolute solid thrashing, just for you guys, to tell you which I think might be better for you, flats or clips. Let's have a little look, shall we? Before we dive in then, well, let's have a little pedal check, shall we? Now, first up, I've got the clippy pedals on my bike. This is a pedal that you actually attach your shoe to. So the cleat that's on the bottom of the shoe slots into this spring-loaded contraption here on the pedal, and well, off you go. A flat pedal system is essentially just a platform of metal that your shoe sits on. It's a flat pedal. Simple. Let's kick it off with the pros, and the biggest pro I think has got to be that when the going gets rough, much like it does on this trail here, your feet aren't going to go anywhere. Yeah, that's right, because you're actually attached to the pedal. You don't have to worry about your feet jumping off, which I'm sure a lot of you out there must have experienced when it does get really, really bumpy. You'll notice on flats that your feet will start to skip about a bit. Well, you're attached to the pedal, so they're not going to go anywhere. Riding in clips can also give you that sense of safety and security because you haven't got to worry about your feet hopping off. You can really focus on the task in hand, and actually it can even give you better bike control once you've got the hang of it. So on a section like this, which is pretty blooming wild and rocky through here, the bike will be skitting around and dancing underneath you, and actually it can help you maneuver and put the bike where you want it because you can almost pick it up and place it, giving you that much better control when the going does also get very, very tricky. When you're out there putting in those mega days in the saddles, or actually even just a quick sprint, efficiency is key, and clips give you that. I mean, whilst there has been studies to actually show that, oh, maybe there isn't much difference between flats and clips, let's put it this way. Have you ever seen a Pro XC or Roadie in flats? Didn't think so. What about those cons for clips then? Because there are a few, and the first is the cost. Yep, you're going to have to buy specific pedals and shoes because, well, the pedals, they've got the mechanism on that you actually clip into, and the shoe, as you can see on the bottom there, that's got a specific area for the cleat to screw into. And what's more is that these can actually be manufacturer specific, so you can only buy sort of matching cleat and pedal combos. That brings me nicely on to my next point. You cannot mix and match clips and flats. Nope, a flat pedal will not work with a clippy shoe, and vice versa. A clippy shoe, well, that's not really going to be much use on a flat pedal either, and this is especially apparent if you run those little cross-country pedals and you try and put a flat shoe on the top of them, you're just going to slip straight off. How could I forget possibly the biggest con of them all, and that's crashing in clips. It is possibly the worst thing to ever happen. Imagine coming down something like this and over the bars, the bike follows suit because it's blooming attached to your feet, it whacks you in the head, you're out cold, game over, the end, clips gone, off the bike, see you later. On to flat pedals then. They're the OG of the pedal world. They've been around for almost as long as the bicycle itself, and they're what we all know and love, and generally what we all start on. But are they all they've cracked up to be? What are the pros? What are the cons? I hear you wonder. Let's have a look at some of the pros of flats, shall we? I'll admit it, all through my racing career, I rode clips. I was a clippy pedal kind of guy. But however, having reined it in a bit since those days, I've been riding flats way more, and it's just because they're so bloomin' fun. You can just stick on a pair of any old shoes, get out there with your friends and start messing around on jumps or drifting turns, getting your foot out without a care in the world. So there you go, there's my first pro. They're just a whole load of fun for flat pedals. Next up, they are the best for learning on because you actually end up learning all the proper practices and techniques in the ways that they actually should be done without relying on clippy pedals to sort of push and pull the bike around and do the work for you. You'll notice on flats that things like foot position and shifting your weight around have a really big effect on actually almost being able to do skills properly. So because you can't rely on the clip to do the work for you, things like wheelies, bunny hops, shifting your body weight around on the bike almost require a little bit more effort, but you'll learn how to do it the proper way. Right, when you're riding flats, there's a sense of safety. If anything goes wrong, well, you know you can just jump off those pedals without fear of being attached and getting tangled up in the bike in an absolute heap. So actually they can be really a lot more fun for that as well. They're cheap. Yeah, if you're going to get into mountain biking, then flat pedals are where it's at because they're just the cheapest thing to get into. You can almost use any shoe and any pedal, flat pedal obviously, to start with. It doesn't have to be an all singing, all dancing titanium pedal and specific mountain bike shoe. Any trainer you have got will work. However, having said that, if you are going to get into mountain bike lark a little bit more, then you're probably going to want to invest a bit more in a specific shoe or pedal, both maybe. But fear not, they're still not quite as expensive as clips, I don't think. In the interest of balance then, and much like I did on clips, I'm going to have to throw a few flat pedal cons at you. And the first one is, well, it comes back to that lack of pedaling efficiency. When you're out on those big rides, flat pedals, your feet are skipping around all the time. It's just a pain in the butt. You're going to be losing power, losing sort of that pedaling efficiency as you sort of rotate the cranks around, if you like. And it's something that you're going to have to think about the whole time. So yeah, that is a con in my book. Following on then from that lack of efficiency and power transfer, if you like, unfortunately, no matter what the shoe and pedal combo you think you've dreamt up works and is the ultimate in grip, they're just not going to be as grippy as clips when the going gets really rough and your feet just start to bounce and skip about. Hence why all those pro EWS and downhill riders all use clips, I'm afraid. And let's face it, a pedal to the shin has got to be the worst thing in the world, the biggest con. Searching for that holy grail of grip can actually prove to be pretty costly, even in the flat pedal world. Trying to find a real nice pedal, nice and light tie axles, you can be spending over 100 quid on a set of flats. And the same with those sort of chewing gum, sticky, rubber soled ultimate shoes. Again, you can be spending a ton of money. So actually the cheapness can almost go out the window when you're trying to hunt for grip the whole time. Flats or clips then, the age-old battle still without a clear winner, but hopefully this time round, if you're thinking, which way should I go? I've been able to impart some wisdom on you on which one you think you might want to choose and some of the pros and cons, obviously, of which is best for you and your riding style. But as always, thank you very much for watching. If you have liked the video, why not give us the old thumbs up? Also, if you want to let me know, flats or clips, what do you run? Drop us a comment and I will catch you next time. Happy riding, everybody.